Hi, I'm Jay Nicholas for the Oregon Fly Fishing Blog. All right, welcome to our saltwater fly tying series, Pacific Ocean. We're going to tie an albacore deceiver. Deceiver is a pattern been around forever. I've just never seen them. I'm sure there's some people who are fishing them on the West Coast, but I haven't met the folks. The deceiver typically has a feather tail. I'm using strung saddles. I'm going to lash them on there, and they're going to fish just fine because once they get wet and they're in the water and they're pulsating and they're streaming around. I had another white one. Oh, here it is. Here's another white one. I've got 4 whites and 4 silver Dr. Blue. That's just a nice ocean color combination for all kinds of species. And some people would lash those feathers all on at the same time. I wind up, sometimes I get 4 on it, 4 of one color and 4 of another color. Right now I'm doing 2 each of each color. And I like my feathers to splay out. I think it gives it more motion. I also put a body on. I say a lot, and you know, there's some people think that when you're speaking in public you shouldn't say but there's been scientific research that shows that speakers that say that's an indication that it isn't entirely rehearsed and they are thinking as they're going. And in my case it means, boy, I'm doing my best to keep up with this thing and keep this video under 30 minutes. Clear Cure Goo Hydro, that locks everything in place there very nicely. You got a very durable fly, although you know what, it's worth it. To catch an albacore on a cast fly is so exciting. I don't mind, I personally don't mind if I catch one fish on this fly, it falls apart. But I have been lucky enough to catch some, and my flies, I've caught more than one on a fly and it hasn't fallen apart, so that's even better. So, deceiver, we got our tails on, we got a body that you won't see. Now this is an EP sparkle brush, and this is going to be used as the baitfish belly material, tied on stainless steel wire. This is, I think it's called Magic Pearl, but this is magic stuff for tying baitfish flies in saltwater and freshwater too. Think about pike flies, musky flies, bass flies, big audacious streamers for bull trout or lake trout. The material does not absorb water. It provides very nice sparkle. By the way, a few turns with that fine mono thread is sufficient. Anyway, this I don't use, and I fish these flies and they work with this sparkle brush material for bellies. So now I'm looking for a wing, and I'm going to use a Steve Farrar blend. This is Bleeding Mackerel. It's a really awesome color. And you'll see me using this in a lot of different flies. Now I'm going to use reverse tie-in for this, and so I'm not going to take the time to explain every part of this, but you'll see I'm shortening this. I'm going to taper this end that I cut. So it's not just straight across. I'm going to tie that wing on, lash it down right here. And then I'm going to fold it back. So there's no way. The thing about some of these synthetic winging materials is that they don't necessarily compress the way a bucktail would. So using the reverse tie-in method really makes sure that they're locked in. So then, and I wanted just a little bit of contrast there. So I'm actually going to use just a few strands, and this is another Steve Farrar blend, and this is a, let this be, that's too long. This is Midnight Blitz. What a great, the Blitz is a term that all you saltwater folks know about that I've just recently learned. The Blitz is when the tuna or the stripers or the bluefish they're blitzing on a bait ball. And I've watched some videos of it and it's pretty exciting. So reverse wrap. Don't need a lot of thread wraps there. Whip finish. I'm getting ready to add some nice big eyes to that. But first thing I want to do, I want to make sure it's my Curagoo Hydro. And the instant, this is a very watery texture, the instant I put that on, it sinks in. It cures very quickly. So now I'm going to grab a 3D big fish eyes. This is a 3/8 inch. Wow, look at the eye on that thing. Of course, you can't see that one. I can see that one. You're about to see this one. So again, I have had problems at times with these eyes pulling off the paper with them. I just slip my thumbnail underneath the edge, bend the paper, slip the thumbnail underneath, they come off just fine. Alternatively, use the edge of a razor blade or a bodkin or a needle or something like that. So now I'm going to use my Curagoo, and I'm going to take a chance here. See if my thick, I haven't used this morning yet, see if it's going to run, see if it's going to come out. It is an awesome product. There we go. So the thick will flow a little bit more slowly than the tack free. Since these eyes are so large, and I'm not entirely happy with the bulge I'm seeing there, so I'm there. Now I like that. Oh, okay. Stay right there. Looks good. So I'm going to go back, find my thick. Using Curagoo has been a journey, and I'm convinced that different people have legitimately have different preferences for the individual types of Curagoo that they use. The thick is indisputably useful for the big eyes, really, big baitfish patterns. Tack free is good for a ton of these. So we're done. Now, the only question is, do I want to put a layer around those eyes? I think I really don't. Some people will do that, but those eyes aren't going anywhere. And here you have a really nice fly, a deceiver to cast and strip for Pacific Albacore. Thanks. Have fun with it.